Now, where to begin? Ah, yes.
Hello and welcome back to CLMB's Cracked Knuckle Productions. My name is Chris and today I want to talk about who and what has influenced my work. For the reality is, I don't believe that anyone creates anything without some type of outside influence. Without further ado, let's dig in. Be warned, it's story time. I like to think that my love for maps began about 20 years ago. My grandma and I were sitting in the car as my mom was running some errands, and my grandmother asked the question if I knew how to read a map. I didn't, so she pulled out a simple map and started by having me look at the map's key. She explained that with this information, I would be able to figure out where things were. At the time, I wasn't really all that impressed, but I took it to heart, and it stands out as an important memory in my love of map making today. Sometime later, I remember going on a road trip from California to the Midwest. My mother drove and I navigated. It was here that I learned how to navigate the black, red, and yellow lines that sprawled across our AAA road map. At a simple glance, I was able to tell the distance and times it would take to get from point A to point B. It was also about this time that I started to see maps could be used in different ways. They weren't just practical, but lent realism to the realms of the fictitious. I was a late bloomer when it came to reading, and it was rarely something I did for fun. It wasn't until my friend invited me over to his place to watch The Lord of the Rings, which had come out just the year before, and I decided that I wanted to actually read the books for the first time. For me, Tolkien's world is all the more believable and immersive because of the beautiful maps he used to help the reader envision the journeys of all the various characters. Then, in 2003, I was introduced to a little game called Golden Sun: The Lost Age, when a friend of mine came from Florida to visit over Christmas break. He got the game as a gift, and we pressed our noses to that screen and explored Weird. I loved how it was a flat world with its oceans just crashing over the sides, and its influence has never really left me, and was the basis for many of my original iterations of Aliadur. Shortly after, I got myself both of the games, and was able to explore the world on my own. Fast forward to 2009, I took my first step to explore the blue marble we live on when I traveled to Japan. The world became a smaller place, but infinitely more interesting. And as I travel even today, I try to use the time to look out the window simply to see the world around me. But curiosity doesn't have to end there. Even as I walk to work, I get the pleasure of walking over a bridge that crosses a river nearby. And it's the same river that empties out into Tokyo Bay near Haneda Airport. Be a little curious. Look around you. Where do you live? What's interesting around you? With a little bit of work, I think you'll be able to find something. Perhaps it's that little cove you used to frequent years ago. Now, imagine it as your character's hideout, or enlarge it and set it as a major haven for ships along a once prosperous trade route. Take some time and think it through. In the end, you are the one who's creating this story, with a little bit of help. Also, take time to look at the works of others. Personally, I love the works of the Misty Beee and Nathan Mangion, an artist I've learned about through a channel called Artifaxian. And honestly, the list goes on. So try and find those whose style you like and get inspired. In my next video, I want to share with you what it is that I use to create my own works. Thank you for your time. Happy world building and blessings.